Assalamu alaikum. Ramadan Mubarak. Welcome back to Sakina Vlogs and welcome to today's episode of Ramadan Diaries, episode 2. Right, so our topic for today is response to Qadr. Well, before I go deep, right, let's start with something basic, which is what is Qadr? Well, Qadr is the Arabic term for destiny, and destiny refers to a series of events that has already been preordained by Allah way before we came into existence, right? Okay, so this is very important because it has tremendous impact on what we do, how we do it, when we do it, why we do it. Sometimes we think that, well, since everything has already been preordained, we as people or as humans, rather, we don't have freedom of will, freedom of action, feel trapped, trapped and unable to act according to our whims and desires. Let's see this hadith. So Abdullah ibn Mas'ud narrated that Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, each one of you is constituted in the womb of the mother for 40 days and then becomes a clot of thick blood for a similar period, and then a piece of flesh for a similar period. Then God sends an angel who is ordered to write 4 things. He is ordered to write down his dates, his livelihood, the date of his death, and whether he will be blessed or wretched. Then the soul is breathed into him, and by Allah, a person among you may do the deeds of the people of the fire till there is only a cubit or an arm-breadth distance between him and the fire. But then that writing proceeds, and he does the deeds of the people of paradise and enters it. And a man may do the deeds of the people of paradise till there is only a cubit or 2 between him and paradise, and he does the deeds of the people of the fire and eventually enters it. Alright, so according to this hadith, 4 things have already been written for us: our deeds, livelihood, whether you're going to be people of Jannah or Hadith. It should not be like a burden for us. It should not be a burden for us. Instead, it should be a source of hope. Yeah, with thoughts like, inshallah, I'm among the people of Jannah, so I'll strive to do good. Yeah, okay. So it should be a source of inspiration for us, because there are situations that you're rendered powerless. No matter the amount of money you have, the amount of power you have, the resources you have, no matter anything you have, yeah, some situations will render you useless. You can't do anything. You have no control. When you're in situations like that, it's easy for you to have thoughts like, after all, Allah is in complete control, so there is nothing I can do. I've done my best, After all, I can leave everything to Allah. I know He has my back. I understand that this may not be easy, yeah, because sometimes you just want what you want at that particular time. It then makes you disturbed, depressed, it makes you feel sad when you don't get what you want at that. I was watching a video and then someone asked, there is an ayah in the Quran that states you might hate something that is good for you and you might like something that is bad for you. At the same time, there is a hadith telling us to ask from Allah with full conviction that He is capable of granting us what we asked for. Now the question is, how do we balance these 2 opposing messages? Come to think of it, one is telling you to ask with full hope that Allah will give you, and the other is telling you that you might ask for something that is bad for you, then Allah will now deprive you of it. He won't give you. The presenter is a very, very wise man. There are wise people in this world. You know, Allah has 99 beautiful names, Asma'ullah Husna, but He used just 2 names, Al-Alim and Al-Hakim, right? So, because Allah is Al-Hakim, the All-Wise, He knows what is good for you and He knows what is bad for you. You think you know what is good for you, and you think you know what is bad for you, but Allah certainly knows what is good and what is bad for you. You get what I mean? So with His wisdom, you asked for something. Yeah, you asked for something, but then because of His wisdom and because of His knowledge, He has knowledge of everything, the future, the past, present. He knows that if He grants you your wishes, you're going to face terrible repercussions as a result of that. So He can decide to deprive you of that thing momentarily. It's not that He doesn't have the power to grant you your wishes. He does not want to grant you your wishes at that moment because it might be detrimental to you. At the end of the day, when He decides to grant you your wishes, it's not on your own term, it's on His own term. When He grants you, how He grants you, why He grants you, it does not depend on you at the end of the day. The last thing I want to leave for us here is, I know sometimes resigning to your fate, resigning to your destiny, giving up when you've tried your best, when you've gone through all the possible options, feeling that lack of control, feeling lost. Believe me, I know how it feels, because once upon a time I was in a situation where I was so into myself, I was desperate. Ya Allah, please, just this one. Bear in mind, I had other pressing issues that was answered. I felt like it's not what I was looking for, so I didn't feel like it was a blessing, or I didn't feel happy because it was answered. In my mind, all I wanted was what was in my front. Well, because I had no control over it was not in my destiny to get it at that time. When Allah eventually granted my wishes, I was ecstatic that it was granted to me later. The blessings I got when Allah granted me my wishes at a later time, man, it was countless. I was so grateful. Like, I was so grateful that Allah did not answer me that time, because I was like, oh, there would have been plenty repercussions, plenty had I known, plenty regrets, but then Allah, in His infinite mercy, and because He's the all-wise, the all-knowing, He decided to grant my wishes at a later date, which eventually came with lots of barakah blessings. I guess that is all for today. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and share so that we can get as much as Qadr as we can this Ramadan. It's a reminder to myself first before anyone watching this, and I hope you've learned something. Comment what part of the video was your favorite part of the video, and please, I asked the question in my last video. Please guys, endeavor to answer the question, because I really need your answers to progress in something really important. Today's question is, on a scale of 1 to 10, do you think your phone really has the power to take you to hell or Jannah? Please guys, answer me. Alright, assalamu alaikum.